What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Thunderbyte29 here, and yep, I am back today with another video, and today we are going to be talking about one of the biggest events that had just happened in Fortnite as of recently, the March Through Time event, DC 1963, where Martin Luther King gave his famous speech, I Have a Dream speech, in front of the Lincoln Memorial. And what I'm about to show you is kind of an explanation of why this event had become very controversial and has gotten lots of negative feedback. They're showing actual pictures, giving you lessons on civil rights, and it was presented by Time, which is apparently one of the biased, one-sided news sources in my country. So it actually takes you all the way back in time from the speech and actually gives you lessons of, like, and it shows you real pictures of the civil rights movement, and they make you hold social justice signs and all this stuff. But the real question is, why the hell is this in Fortnite? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this all just came out of nowhere, just like the Pride event last month. Like, does anyone remember when people played video games for fun instead of politics? Why do you think history class exists? For this specific reason, to learn events like this. And using a video game capitulating on civil rights to sell more microtransactions to clueless kids online while disguising it as social justice. Like, this is really disgusting that they would use a little kid's video game to promote this kind of agenda. Well, guys, this is just what Fortnite needed to save the game. A famous I Have a Dream speech with a pink bear in the background and another guy dabbing next to him. This is just an example that you cannot escape reality no matter where you go. Remember, video games' purpose was to get our minds off this kind of stuff, get our minds off what's going on in the real world, and we're just in a different world playing a game just for fun and getting our minds off everything. You can't even do that anymore. Because examples like this, real life issues being shoved into the video game. Like, the more I see these things, the more that I'm realizing how disrespectful that it's becoming, especially for African American history. Basically bribing kids to attend a real historical event for rewards in a video game that isn't meant to be taken seriously under any circumstances. This should only remain in learning environments where kids can familiarize themselves in, rather than in a video game where kids would just rather emote around the Capitol than listen to this historical speech. I swear to God, I better not hear people being like, oh wait, Martin Luther King? I know that guy, he's from Fortnite. Or going to their teacher in history class like, hey kid, who was Rosa Parks? Rosa Parks was the woman who refused to give up her seat on the battle bus. And when I showed up and saw the event for myself, a lot of people just didn't even care. And by the time the speech ended, there were only like 5 people left in the lobby. A lot of people just didn't care. They just emoted around. They just did like those challenges for the free reward, and that was it. And as usual, kids' video games and real life issues do not mix together well, which is basically the reason why this event has gotten tons and tons of backlash. Even some African Americans were hating on this event. They were questioning, like, who wanted this? Who asked for this? Nobody really did. This all just came out of nowhere unexpectedly, just like the Pride event last month. Video games should not be getting political. Like, if you're interested in about Martin Luther King, if you want to know about Martin Luther King, do the research yourself. You shouldn't have to rely on a video game to shove this agenda down your throat. Do the research yourself. I would have been perfectly okay if this happened around Martin Luther King Day or on African American History Month in general. But being randomly shoved into the end of August, it just doesn't add up or make any sense. Like, this is why I think this was for political intention. Because this just happens out of nowhere, unexpectedly. But that's just the problem. Everything just gets political now. And it's not just happening in video games, it's also happening in toys, TV, movies, etc. Like, things like this should not be in video games in general. Just keep this stuff out of it. Like, if you want to learn about Martin Luther King or the Civil Rights Movement, do the research yourself. Go to Wikipedia. Go to the Black History Museum. Go to the Martin Luther King Memorial. There's a lot more to it than just relying on a video game for your history lessons. But what do you guys think of the event? Tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. You all are the best. As we now begin to close in on 2,840 subscribers. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content. And I will see you all in the next video. And this is Thunderbite29 signing off.